Good afternoon, Mr. Pacho's class. This is Chapter 1, Unit Review, Trigonometry 1.
All right, okay.
That was good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, okay, so now, if you guys paid any attention, thank you very much. Okay, so if you paid any attention at all during this chapter, okay, you realize a couple things. This stuff is easy and stuff you did in geometry. And a lot of it is just refresher of stuff that you have done before. Even though you're like, man, I can't remember any of it, but it's not that bad. So I'm going to tell you step by step how to get full points on this. So must show all steps. Find the value of A and B in the pair of similar triangles. Must show all steps. Now,
I didn't get that big. You mean that one right there? That's it.
okay. Yeah. Take the pass. Where? Where'd the pass go? Oh no, what's in it gone? Okay. All right. So now I always want to start with what I know. So what are the corresponding sides that I know here? 27 and 9. Very good. That's what I'm starting with. So start off with corresponding sides that I know. So 27 over 9 is going to be equal to, what do you want to solve for first, A or B?
A.
He said A. So how would I set that up, that part?
27 over 9 equals 27 over 8.
So yes, this is simple, right? But you have to show your work. That's what I'm looking for here to get those full points. Cross products. 27A is going to be equal to 9 times 27, which is going to be
243.
divide both sides by 27.
Equals 9.
What are my units?
Centimeters.
There we go. ¿Está muy fácil? Muy bien? All right, so now I'm going to do the next part here. So, how do I start the next part of my problem? What did I say to start off with? Always start with common. Okay, corresponding sides. Start off with what you know. What do I know here?
30 goes with B.
Okay, 30 goes with B, but which sides do I know first?
No,
27 and 9, right? Okay, what if you made a mistake on A? Would you want to use that one?
No.
No, you don't want to use the one that you just found out. You want to use the one that's given to you. So the 27 and 9 are given to you. Okay, 27 over 9 is equal to what? 30 over B. Cross products. 9 times 30 divided by 27. B is he's still gone. That guy back there. I don't want to say his name. B is what? What are my units?
Centimeters.
There we go. Is that easy?
Yes.
Questions? All right. Let's go to the next problem. Number 2.
An airplane.
Okay, airplane propeller rotating 1,000 times per minute. Show me how many degrees it moves in 1 second. Okay, this is a section that you guys covered. Came from 1.1. Okay, I didn't cover it specifically in this class, but I'm going to show you guys how to do this now. So, 1,000 times per minute. So, that's going to be 1,000. Okay, so I'm going to give it a unit. So, what does it do every time? It's rotating, right? Okay, so I'm going to call it 1,000 rotation. For every 1 minute. Right? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, through how many degrees does the point on the edge of the pulley move in 1 second? Now, okay, so first, my units are wrong here, right? So I got to figure out per second, right? Yes, so I got to figure out per second. So now, since I'm trying to figure out per second, I need to get rid of minutes, right? I set this up like this for a reason, because I have to cancel that out. So I know everyone's paying attention up here, not playing on their phone, right? So where's minutes at right now?
1.
On the bottom, right? For the minutes to cancel out, where does it have to be in my next fraction? On top. Remember, you cancel out from top and bottom, right? So therefore, I'm going to have minute on top. What am I converting that to?
1 second.
Seconds. Now, these are going to be equivalent. They're equivalent. So, if I put 1 minute, what am I going to write down here?
1 second.
Not 1 second.
60 seconds.
Say it.
60 seconds.
60 seconds, because 1 minute is 60 seconds. That's what a unit conversion does. I'm converting it from one to the other by multiplying by equal parts. Because 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, right? So I'm multiplying by the value of 1. So it's the same thing, but I'm just changing the way it looks. So that's going to take care of my minutes. So I'm going to be over seconds now, right? Now, the rotation. Where's rotation going to end up at? Where's rotation going to end up at? On the bottom. Now, 1 rotation is how much?
1 minute.
No, 1 rotation is 360. Very good. That's what we're looking for. 1 rotation is 360. Every time it goes around, it's 360, right?
60 seconds.
Smoke glass. All right. So it's going to be 360 degrees for every 1 rotation, right? So again, these are equivalent items here. These are equivalent items here. So now I can start doing some canceling. So the minutes will cancel, so the minutes are gone. The rotations are canceled, so rotations are gone. Okay? So now I multiply across the top. So what are going to be the units for the top?
Degrees.
Degrees, very good. This is the units that are left right here, right? Degrees. So multiply that out. This times 1 times 360. 3, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, right there, right? Degrees over. Now we multiply the bottom out. So 1 times 60 times 1 is going to give me 60 seconds. So I have my units there also. Right? I have my units. Now I have to go through and do some reducing here, right? So asking how many it moves in 1 second, right? So this is when I divide this out, it's going to be per second. For every 1 second, it's going to move that many degrees. You all got your calculator right there, so what should we come up with here?
6,000.
So it's going to be 6,000 degrees every 1 second. Or if you write it out as 6,000,
Per second.
yes, degrees per second. It means the same thing. Makes sense. Not too bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Number 3. Number 3, an equation of the terminal side of an angle theta in standard position is given to you with the restrictions on S. Sketch the least positive such angle theta. Find the values of the 6 trig functions of theta. Now, I told you guys when we were doing this that we have to go through and figure out an X and a Y value to make this work. This right here says what?
X is
Greater than or equal to 0. So that means what numbers am I going to be plugging in? Positive. Okay, so now, when we did this on the homework, you guys actually had a couple simpler ones on this. Okay, you could just pick a number and it was fine. But this one right here, it's not going to come out so simple. So what did I say these ones had to be? They had to be what types of numbers? Starts with I, integers. Integers. I need to have integers. I can't work this out very well if I have fractions or decimals. So we're going to pick numbers for x and see what it comes out to be. So pick numbers for x. So now,
1, 2, and 3.
you want to do 1, 2, and 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I plug in 1 for x, so 6 times 1 minus 5y equals 0. So this is 6, right? I'll move 6 to the other side, so it's negative 5. Y is equal to negative 6. So y is equal to a positive 6 over 5. Did that work?
Yes.
Say no. Okay, what do I have to get here? Integers, which means no fractions, no decimals.
Yes, sir. Do we have to do all the work?
Yes, you have to show all your work for this. Okay, but do I have to pick all the numbers? No, so this is 6 over 5. I don't like that one. What number do you think would work out better?
2.
Or 3? 5.
Why 5?
Because it's 5. Just then, if you multiply it,
You guys see it?
yeah.
Okay, let's try another one. Let's see if you guys see the pattern. I'll do another one. See if you can see the pattern now. So if I plug in 2, it's going to be 6 times 2 minus 5y equals 0. So it's 12 minus 5y equals 0. Subtract 12, so I'm negative 5y equals negative 12. Y is positive 12 over 5. That one didn't work either, right? What is making this a fraction every time?
5.
The 5y, right? The 5y, because when I'm done solving for y, I'm trying to divide by the number in front of y, right? I'm trying to divide by the number in front of y, so I need a number that will cancel that out. Right? So the numbers that should cancel that out are what?
6.
Just 6?
5.
Yeah, 5. Multiples of 5, won't it? So I know this one didn't work, so that was 12 over 5. So let's try 5 here. I'm going to skip 3, go to 5. So it's going to be 6 times 5 minus 5y equals 0. 30 minus 5y is 0. Subtract 30 from both sides, so I get negative 5. Y is negative 30. Divide by negative 5. Y is positive 6. Okay. That's where I get my integers. Okay, I get my integers. So now I have an x, I have a y. And what's the next thing I need to find? I need to find my r, right? So I need to find my r. So let's go ahead and do that here. So since I did this, no, don't do that. Okay. That's the point I'm going to use right there. So my x is 5, my y is 6, and r, I need x, y, and r to get all 6 of those, right? Square root of 5 squared plus 6 squared, square root of 25 plus 36, square root of 61, right? Yeah. That doesn't factor, does it? No, it doesn't factor. So I have an x, I have a y, and I have an r. Can I do all 6 trigonometric functions now?
Yes.
Yes. Now, when we take this test, when are we taking this test now?
Tomorrow.
No, try again.
Monday.
Monday. On Monday, You need to know your X, Y's, and R's.
Let's see if we can get. I don't know.
Then what should you practice in between now and Monday? Thank you. X, Y's, and R's. So we have sine theta is going to be
Sine is going to be y over r.
y over r. So that's 6 over rad 61. Rationalize. 6 rad 61 over 61. Right? Cosine. X over r. Rad 61. Rationalize again. 5 rad 61 over 61.
We have to show all that.
Yes. There's only 4 questions on this test. You have to show all your work for each one.
Oh, okay. Are they gonna be like this?
Yeah, this is a review for it. This is
Oh, too easy.
okay. So what comes after sine, cosine,
Tangent.
tangent? So tangent's what?
Y over x.
Y over x. So it's going to be
6 over 5.
6 over 5. Okay, that one's okay then, right? Next one's going to be cosecant.
R over x. I mean r over y.
R over y. So my r is 61. Rad 61 over 6. Do I have to rationalize?
No.
No. Next one is going to be secant.
X over r. So
What is it?
x over r.
What is it?
Y over.
Oh, r over x.
R over x. R over x. So what are we going to have?
It's rad 61 over 5.
Over 5. Very good. Next one's going to be cotangent.
X over y.
What is it?
X over y.
X over y. So it's going to be...
5 over 6.
All right, what was the question?
We have to do upload, right?
Yes, all of them. Because there's still one more part to this.
What if we just miss one?
Then it's partial points off. Each one of these questions is worth 5 points. Okay, so you have all those. You have to get all those. And what else did it say to do?
Find the value of 6 and
Yay, sketch.
The sketch is going to be easy. All right, so let's take a look. Your sketch better be right on this too, because x, is that positive or negative?
That's positive.
Is y positive or negative?
Positive.
So that has to be in what quadrant? Quadrant 1. So my sketch is going to be simple. So quadrant 1, so my x was 5, right?
Yeah.
My y is, so it's going to be here. There it is.
Whoa.
That's it, right there. So that is all parts and showing all work.
It ain't that bad.
It's not.
It could be worse.
It's everything that we've done. Okay, but little steps. Every little bit's a little step. All right, so that leaves us with question 4. We're already at question 4. Okay, find the remaining, or find the 5 remaining trigonometric function values for each angle. Okay, we know cosine is what over what? X over r. So my x value is?
Rad 5.
My r value is?
8.
My y value is?
Unknown.
I don't know. Now, what I just circled right there says tangent theta is less than 0.
Negative. So your y is going to be negative.
So tangent theta is less than 0. So that means that my tangent has to be negative. Numbers less than 0 are negative, right? Now, it says right here that my x value is positive. What does that mean my y value has to be?
Negative.
Has to be negative because tangent is y over x. And to get a negative number, I have to have at least one negative. Or only one negative there. So I have to have one negative, one positive. But if I already have a positive, that means the other one has to be a negative. Very good. So, how am I finding the y?
Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem, which is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So, it's going to be square root of 5 squared plus y squared equals 8 squared. When I square a square root, what happens?
It cancels everything out, so it's just 5.
It's just 5, right? So it's 5 plus y squared equals 64. Subtract, yep, subtract 5 from both sides, so it's y squared
59.
is going to be what?
59.
59. So square root y is equal to the plus or minus square root of 59. Hold on. Plus or minus square root of 59. Yes, okay, I did the math. I did the math and everything, but sometimes you have to go back and look, all right, maybe you did not check this at the beginning. So I'm making sure the math, it's a possible plus or minus. I come up here and look, hey, look, yes, it's supposed to be negative, so I'm using the negative. Now, given that, I'm going to use those 3 things to get the remaining 6. So, sine theta. What is sine?
Negative rad 59.
Negative rad 59 over
8.
cosine
Rad 5 over 8.
tangent
Negative rad 59 over rad 5.
negative rad 59. Now, can I leave it like that?
No.
I have to rationalize. Now, this is going to be an ugly rationalization, but you know what? It's not going to factor anyway. So, rationalize rad 5 over rad 5. So, I got to multiply the insides because I'm multiplying 2 radicals together. So, I'm going to get a negative 59 times 5. 295?
Yeah, it's 295.
So rad 295 over 5. Okay. Like I said, kind of ugly. What comes after tangent? Cosecant. So cosecant's going to be what?
This is going to be r over y.
R over y. 8 over
Negative.
rad 59, right?
Yeah.
So to rationalize, I have to multiply top and bottom by
59.
rad 59. So that's going to give me a negative out front. 8 rad 59 over
59.
59.
Good. Cosine and secant.
Okay, secant. What's secant?
8 over
R
rad 5.
over x. I mean r.
8 over
Rad 5.
rad 5. Very good. Rationalize again. So 8 rad 5 over 5. Last one. Shh.
Cotangent.
Cotangent. What is cotangent?
Rad 5 over.
Very good. Rad 5 over negative
Rad
59.
59.
Rationalize this time.
Rad 59.
Negative. 295.
No, 59. Sorry. All right. All right. Questions, you guys? Now, that was all 4 questions, and I finished it in 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
So, now, in between now and the test, which is Monday, you will make sure you have everything I keep telling you that you need to go over. You need to know those things.